let's talk about manifesting while you sleep. When you're manifesting, manifestation is all about energy. It's all about intention. So you might think, depending where you are along your journey and along your manifestation education, you might think that you have to do a ritual to manifest, or you might need to be actively thinking in order to manifest. But the truth is that we are manifesting all the time. There's so much I can say about that. I think I've covered that in another video, and I'll talk about that in another video as well. But you're manifesting all the time, and manifestation is not something that you just do at a certain time. You're always putting that energy and those intentions out. What about if you are asleep? Well, when you're asleep, you're not conscious, right? But they say that your subconscious mind, they say that your pineal gland is the thing that transmits your intentions into the universe. Now, I don't think there's any studies on that. I'm not sure who suggested that or if it's been intuited. I'm not sure where that information came from. But if we operate from that assumption, the energy is going out all the time, which is what I believe. I'm not sure where it comes from, but energy is being sent out all the time. Maybe it's from the subconscious mind. Maybe it's from the energetic body. I think it's probably both. I feel like the mind is what sends your intentions, and your body, your energy field, is what sends out the energy. Well, then when you're asleep, theoretically, you're still sending out that energy from your energy field, which is full of all the information about you, about your likes, your desires, your intentions, your health, your experiences, everything that's ever happened to you and will happen to you, I guess. And your subconscious mind is still operating. And as we know, when we're dreaming, our subconscious mind is kind of going a little bit crazy. But if it is sending out intentions when we sleep, then lucid dreaming takes on a whole other meaning, because there's 8 hours when you sleep at night. And imagine if those 8 hours you are spending manifesting. I'm not going to teach you how to lucid dream right here, by the way, because I haven't really got the hang of that, but I'm going to tell you a few little tips, so don't worry about that. A few little hacks other than lucid dreaming, but if you can lucid dream, super cool. Imagine if you're not only manifesting the things that you desire at night, but you're actually spending those 8 hours in dream world in your dream life. So visualization, I love visualization because it is, for me, the best manifestation hack ever, because you're actually living that life, you're embodying it, it's fully being created in your mind and then in your energy field when you're feeling it. Imagine if you're doing that while you're asleep, and you can live. If you're someone who can take control of your dreams, you can actually create all these things willingly in your dreams. Now, if you're not, and if you're spending those 8 hours doing that, not only are you spending that time visualizing and getting to know the things that you want to manifest, you're sending that energy out there for those 8 hours. And if you've watched my other videos and heard about the tipping point, you'll know that the more time you spend manifesting your dream life versus focused on reality and how things are, you start to tip the quantum energy, quantum reality starts tipping towards your dream life, and that's what starts being created. Super cool for people who can lucid dream. But what do you do if you can't lucid dream? Well, firstly, spend more time visualizing, because that's nearly as good as sleeping. But also, before you go to sleep, your conscious mind starts slowing down, it starts shutting down, and your subconscious mind starts opening up. During that time, it's really important to consider what's going into your mind. Gotta stop doing that. Sometimes people watch TV before they sleep. they might check social media, they might read the news, they might read a fiction book, or have any kind of external stimulus is going into your subconscious mind. Maybe this is why they say don't go to sleep angry, because whatever you go to sleep with is what sits with you while you sleep and then as you wake up in the morning as well, because you've plugged it in. So in that time before going to sleep, if you want to watch TV, cool, that's fine. Just consider what it is and how it's affecting you sleeping. So I won't watch TV with violence or scariness or too much drama, because I get sucked in, and energetically as well, I can be sensitive. Just so I don't watch that at all in the evenings, because that gets carried with me. But regardless of what you consume before bed, I encourage you to have this space of at least 15 minutes, maybe half an hour between consuming something and going to bed, and let go of all the stuff that you've consumed, whatever it is. So if I watch something that's too dramatic or is energetically sticking with me, I let it go. I release it. I wash it off. And even if it's something that's happy, I make sure I'm stepping out of that person's life and back into my own life, and I'm thinking positively about my life. So don't be caught up in your problems of your life or the to-do list or whatever in that last sort of half an hour. So Wayne Dyer said the 5 minutes before you go to sleep, but I say try and have that like 15 minutes at least, kind of wind down time, thinking about things that are more positive, because your subconscious mind is starting to open up. So it's a really good time to read high vibe self-help books, or maybe listen to some Abraham Hicks, or listen to a meditation or an audio or anything that lifts your vibe up. Or you could do some yoga, or you could lie there and you could visualize. So when I go to sleep, I visualize my dream life. And I visualize, not just the big picture, my dream life, but I might visualize the next day being really fun, and visualize me being happy, or visualize my kids playing, or just visualize generally anything that I want to increase or create in my life. I used to do body scans as well, like healing light meditations, anything that's really nice to do and that feels good to get you into that high vibe state and get you feeling like your best self. So releasing anything that isn't doing that, and then also adding in the things that do that. Then you can take it up a notch, and you can start, like I said, visualizing your dream life and using that time before bed to get into the energy of it, and to be kind of, I used to describe it to my daughter and say, spend some time in your imagination as you drift off to sleep. And for a while there, when we were manifesting a house, I would talk about it. I would describe it. I would talk about walking through it with my kids just for fun, but I'd do it for myself as well, and imagine that I was going to sleep in my bed in my dream house, and visualize waking up the next day in my dream house, like what the decor would look like. Hold on, sweetie. You can eat those. I'll be out in 5 minutes, okay?
Well, I did start eating
Okay.
them.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine.
I guess they do look all the same colour.
Yes.
They probably haven't been touched by flies.
They'll be fine, and I'll be out in 5 minutes. Okay. So, really harness that time before you sleep, because that is the energy you're going to sleep in, and it's the things that you're thinking about. So you might dream about the things that you've been thinking about. It might carry into your dreams. You might have dreams about being your best self, your most expansive self, living in your dream house, or going on these dream experiences. And even if you don't consciously have those dreams, or if you don't, they're subconscious, but they're still things that you're consciously aware of the next day, maybe kind of. But even if you don't have visual dreams about those things, you're still putting yourself in that energy for when you sleep. So maybe you've had the experience of going to sleep angry, and you wake up angry, and maybe you haven't had a good sleep because of it, or going to sleep anxious, and then you have anxious dreams. So the same happens with feeling good, but we might not pay as much attention to it because it doesn't feel bad. It's not calling for our attention. So do that. Consider what you're spending time thinking about before you go to sleep, even if it's just for 5 minutes, because that's what Wayne Dyer said, and that even that 5 minutes will change your life, change the way you sleep, change the energy that you have, and you can spend those 8 hours at night, manifesting your dream life, or sending energy out into the world that says, this is what I want. This is my dream life. These are the energetic standards that I'm putting out there for myself. Put it out there to the universe and give it some more energy to create your most fulfilled life and to help you be your most expansive self. All right. Let me know how it goes. I would love to hear. And subscribe if you want to chat with me in other videos, or hear me chat, I guess, because I have so much more to share with you, and I'm really excited for that. So love you lots. I will chat to you then. Mwah.